Hey out there, this is Buzz with the Survival Buzz. So I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited that Pride Month is finally over. What a nightmare that is. Not something I normally look forward to anyways, but this year has really been a show to say the least. Things are just getting crazier and crazier, and I don't know, I started this channel for just basic survival, kind of help people along the way that are a little lost on prepping. But in it all, I guess, as time's passed by, I'm starting to realize more and more that the greatest prep you can have is really get in touch with God and really have the Holy Spirit within you. It's honestly the only thing that's going to save us at this point. That's not to say I don't stock back food and water and things. I mean, that's just basic survival pretty much. And I would hope anybody watching this is doing the same thing. But the more as time goes by and the more the world seems to fall apart, especially here in the United States, I'm coming to terms with this is honestly a battle between good and evil. A lot of us seen this coming, but if you're like me, I never thought it was coming as fast as it is till the last few years have rolled by. Ever since the pandemic happened, seems like day to day the world just gets more and more of an evil place. Now with the whole trans movement and the excessiveness of Pride Month, and just all out evil being unfolded right before our eyes, I would say you're a blind person if you don't see it and just think it's coincidence and this is just the new age in which we live. We are at a battle for our souls at this point. So along with preparedness, you really need to get in touch with the Creator. I guess one of the most disturbing Pride videos I've seen was today, where they had a man on a cross and another man wearing a bra and I think like a G-string, giving him a lap dance while he's on the cross. This is just all out evil, and they will stop at no cost to push this upon the masses. And if you're not awake to it, it's going to get more deceiving, more in our faces, day by day. And now is the time, especially if you have children. I did a video not long ago, protect your family. They're after our kids, they're after our families, they're after our souls. And now is the time, if you haven't already, to have those uncomfortable talks that you don't want to have. I had a talk the other day with my daughter, she's 10, and I asked her if she knew what transgendered was. And she said no, but she'd heard the word. So I explained to her, that I'm a guy and God created men and women, and there's these certain people out there that want to take hormones and dress the opposite gender and even cut off body parts in extreme cases. Not a talk I exactly wanted to have with my child that's 10. And I asked her what, if she knew what Pride Month was, and she said yes. And I told her, Pride isn't something to celebrate, especially with these Pride festivals now, when you have naked people riding down the road on bicycles, you have reenactments of Christ on the cross getting a lap dance. Just evil, evil stuff we're living through right now, and I honestly don't even have words for it. So it's time to have those uncomfortable talks with the people that you love. I'm fortunate enough that I'm not perfect and I'm a sinner as well, but I feel like I've been a pretty good dad up to this point. I've raised my kid right, the best way I know how. So she's pretty innocent. I mean, not to say she don't hop online and stuff, but she's still watching, you know, dog and cat videos and stuff like that. So I wanted her to be prepared, and that's what I told her, because anymore all this stuff is just shoved even in your children's face. So it's time to have those talks. You know, I remember when I was a kid in elementary school, it was having the birds and bees talk. Looking back, that seems like a lot easier than what we have to deal with as parents now. I mean, you have places like California where, you know, they've made it legal for them to come in, take your kids from you if you misgender them, basically. I seen a case earlier where there was this mother had her child taken away for misgendering her, and then the powers that be proceeded to inject her with hormones, and she eventually got her child back, but at that point she was so far gone she laid down in front of a train and killed herself. Just pure evil in this world. Recently, I don't know if you've heard of this one. If you haven't, look it up, but it's a group called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, received an award at Dodgers Stadium. And everything they stand for, I mean, it's pretty much in the name, is just all about yourself, being as sinful as possible, prideful as possible, and mocking God at the same time. I actually think they were the ones involved in the reenactment of the crucifixion with the lap dance. So I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't keep preparing, keep putting food and water back and things, learning some basic skills and more advanced skills if you have the intelligence for it, because you're definitely going to need those in the future to come. But talk with your family, talk with your kids, prepare them for the world that we're living in and the future world that's to come, because the powers that be and the media are definitely not going to help with that. Even the schools at this point are questionable. Luckily, my daughter is in a district that's very conservative and they don't stand for that. So that's all I got for you guys. Catch you on the flip side. Later.